Now the question, are the claims real? Can you really get 15% better gas mileage? Can you really get 60% better throttle response? Are throttle controllers really any good, and can they boost your power of your car and make it drive differently? We're going to explore that today, and we're going to review a product that claims to do all of that. It's all coming up. For those of you new to the channel, I'm Anton, a power engineer, industrial mechanic, and a Red Seal electrician. We cover all kinds of products and topics in an approachable way for the average everyday person. I'm glad you found us. Hello and welcome back to Gears and Tech. Thank you so much for joining us today. Today we have a product that we're going to be reviewing. This one is from Windbooster. Now this is what's known as a throttle controller. Now I want to talk a little bit about the theory of throttle controllers so that we kind of understand where we're at. So let's go back to the 1960s, the 1970s, the 80s, and even the 1990s. Cars had a throttle cable. You've probably thought that cars had throttle cables all the way up until even right now. So what happens is you have a little accelerator pedal on the right-hand side of your driver's area on the floor. And when you push that throttle down or that accelerator down, a cable connects up to the engine, which opens up a plate which puts more fuel and more air into the engine, and it makes you go faster. It makes you accelerate. That's the basic concept of how the accelerator pedal works. The first car to feature a drive-by-wire system was in 1988, a BMW 7 Series, which used EML, which is German term for electronic throttle control. Now that has trickled down to even base models, which most cars today use this drive-by-wire system or throttle-by-wire system. And what that means is they've thrown that cable in the garbage, that mechanical cable that connects the throttle pedal to the engine and allows you to adjust the speed of the engine with that pedal. It is now pretty much all digital. Most cars use a little gas pedal that has a connector that plugs into it, and that connector uses a series of resistance to read how far you've opened that pedal, and it responds by making the car drive. Now this opens up an interesting new segment where you can have controllers that become a man in the middle. So normally the signal goes from the gas pedal directly to the main brain of your car. The signal goes directly there. The brain of the car uses signal and decide how much throttle you're giving it and how much acceleration to apply. A device like this becomes the man in the middle by simply unplugging the connector at your gas pedal and then rerouting that information from the gas pedal to a new smart box, which decides how much throttle you really mean to have, and then send that altered signal to the brain box, which then takes that signal and makes the car drive. Now in practice, it is very simple. It is an extremely simple concept, but the practical aspect of that is what I want to talk about today. Do they work? Do products like this Windbooster actually work? Now to answer that question, we should actually open the box and see what's included, because as simplistic as I made it sound a second ago, maybe the contents of this are super complicated. So let's go ahead and do an unboxing. So the box, there's nothing super special about it. It does say Windbooster on it. It has a QR code which you can scan to download an iOS or an Android app, which will allow you to run an app on your phone and connect wirelessly to this box to make the adjustments of what we're actually going to be doing with this. But let's open it up and see what we're actually adjusting. So when we first open this up, we've got a card, Windbooster. Then we've got this tiny little box in here. We're going to pop this out. Now this is the Windbooster control module. It has a protective sleeve on it here, which I've totally screwed up the peeling off of, so I'm going to leave that on. It has two buttons on it, a W button and a S button. Oh, not a W. Upside down from my angle here, it's a W, as you can see if I go like this. But to you guys, it is an M or an S. Now this is the GT model and this is the Bluetooth GT. On the back, it's got a double-sided tape which we can take off, and then this allows us to stick it to your dash anywhere you like, somewhere accessible so that you can see there's a screen on here. It's not lit up right now, so you won't be able to tell what it is. When we pop this guy off of here, put that right over there. Inside of here, we've got this module, We've got some zip ties, and that's the module right there. And then we've got a Bluetooth chip tuning app. It's sealed in plastic. I don't know what it says because I've never opened this before. This is my first time checking this out too. So just looking through here. So it shows you basically how to establish your Bluetooth connection, some troubleshooting, some warranty information. It also tells you how to connect it all up. I mean, it's all pretty basic. I mean, it's black and white, it's very small text. My eyes can read it, but it's very small, and that's it. Now, this box, interestingly enough, actually here, let me pop this open so we can see what's all on here. So it's got a cable that's actually quite long. This will plug into this guy right here. This is the wiring for the controller, and then this is the interface box. Now the interface box has a male and female connector. This is vehicle specific. So in this case, we've got this one for our drift Subaru. So if you've seen the other videos where we were building our ice drifting car, that's what we've got this for. So this will allow us to just connect it right up to the Subaru. Installation is very easy. We will actually go through the installation in a future video. I'm not actually going to install this today. We're going to do a driving test of this device in a future video. I'm waiting for the weather to get a little bit nicer outside. It's actually raining right now and it doesn't make for a very good video. So today we're just talking about the features of it. Now, this is not that cheap. They do have different models of this. This one is the GT model. It is the top of the line, best of the best. It's got the Bluetooth, which retails for right now $199. Sometimes it's as much as $279. It is currently on sale for $199. Now we can better explain what that man in the middle was. So this connects in between your gas pedal and the brain box. So this box now becomes a new controller, which alters the signal to your brain box. And again, I was telling you guys, it sounds simple, but it actually what it does is simple even. But the results are quite staggering. Some of the claims that they have for this are 60% power response, 15% fuel saving, up to 10 acceleration modes, up to 40 acceleration programs. It's got smartphone control, so you can adjust what mode you're using with your smartphone. One thing I want to find out, which we will find out in a future video, is if I can make a custom tailor-suited mode. And why this would be useful for me is our Subaru is actually a manual transmission. And one thing I want to try to figure out is, can I program in a flat spot on the throttle so that my son, who's learning how to drive a stick, can actually just hold the throttle to a certain position and it'll do like flat foot launching, for example, where it'll only rev up to a certain RPM, so that he can figure out how to get that clutch pedal, gas pedal relationship figured out a little bit better. So I don't know about that. That's something that we're going to try out. But this basically will modify the signal of your throttle and make your car perform better. Now the question, are the claims real? Can you really get 15% better gas mileage? Can you really get 60% better throttle response? The answer quite simply is yes. Now you're gonna say right away, well, Anton, how do you know? Because you haven't even plugged it in, you haven't even tried it yet. Well, let me let you in on a little secret. A couple of years ago, actually, I made a video showing you a basic fuel economy tune on a Chevy engine using chip tuning, reprogramming the actual brain box of that car to affect your fuel economy. Now, one of the things that I do in all chip tunes that I do, or all reflashes that I do, is I play with the throttle pedal. So I actually have in the computer full access to the throttle pedal. And one thing that I always do is bring the accelerator band down lower. And what that means is, and I'm going to explain this in a way that hopefully it's easy to make sense. And we're going to use my cell phone as an example of the gas pedal. So this is your gas pedal and your foot's right here, right? Now you push your gas, let's move this over here. You push your gas pedal down halfway and your car says that's half throttle. You push it all the way, that's full throttle, right? Now, we rarely go to full throttle. Even when you think you're going full throttle, you're not probably going to full throttle. But you can actually tell the computer that full throttle is at 50% throttle. And I might lose you a little bit here. So we can make it so that no throttle at all is no throttle, but when I push it here, it's full throttle. So to you, moving it just that little bit, you're gonna be like, holy crap, my car's like a new machine. It is, and it feels like it because you're actually running full throttle everywhere, so it's like you're just gunning it all over the place. So it makes it respond differently than what you're used to, and it will make it seem more aggressive, better. It'll feel like the shift points got changed, but really they didn't. The shift points are hard-coded based on the amount of throttle that you're giving. But you're used to giving half throttle, now it's giving 3/4 throttle for the same half throttle position. And I know it's complicated the way I say it, and I'm trying to make it as clear as possible. But the reality is we're sending a signal saying that you are actually putting more gas down than what you actually are. So the car responds as if you had put the gas pedal down further. That's what's happening. That's what this is doing. Now there's different modes to do that, and it can actually play within that to create a new curve. So it's not linear. So it's like kind of normal, and then full throttle, or they can go the other way. It's like mostly full throttle and then up. They can adjust all that within this box. It's possible. So I know it works because I do it myself in chip tuning. The thing is, this is a lot easier than chip tuning. Not everyone knows how to tune a car. Not everyone knows how to go in and re-flash the program on the car and do it safely. This will do it safely. This will monitor the signal externally and allow the car to respond the same way as I do it with the actual reflash. Much safer. It can be removed. It won't void your warranty because you can always take this off, go to the dealer, get your service work done, and then put it back on after. It's undetectable by anything. As long as you have an accelerator pedal that is drive-by-wire, then you can get the right one that'll install. It does, it's specific to your vehicle, but they're actually pretty fun. It makes the car feel new again. Now on to the fuel savings. You're gonna say, okay, more power, sure, that I understand that. How do you explain the fuel savings? The fuel savings is actually legit. I'm gonna tell you, it is straight up legit. There are some downsides to it. So you remember how we talked before about when you put the gas pedal down 50%, it will say that it's actually 100%. Of course, your car is gonna have more power. It's gonna seem more powerful. The fuel saving works the other way. If you put your foot all the way onto the floor, it's going to tell the car that it's actually only 50% throttle or 60% throttle. You do not have the ability to go full throttle. Now in the old days, what we would do is a joke about putting a wood block under your gas pedal, which would do the same thing, because if you had, again, pretend this is a wood block, this is my gas pedal. If I had a block of wood that stopped my gas pedal every time, I can't go to 100%, I can only go to 50%. I actually did this to my daughter. When she was 16 and she had just got her license, she was driving all over the place, flat-footed everywhere, speeding in parking lots, accelerating crazily. And so I actually put a wood block under her car so that the most she could get was about 75% throttle. And that helped solve some of those problems. Once she got a little bit more used to driving around, I took the block away, and then she came in and said, "What'd you do to my car? It seems so much faster," because now she had the full 100% throttle again. That's what this is doing. It's putting a wood block under your car. The downside is you can't get full throttle. If you are trying to go up a hill and you need to go full throttle because your car's underpowered or whatever, you'll slow down going up the hill. You'll still save gas, but you might become a hazard on the road. So you have the ability to fine tune it to say a little less fuel saving, but still give me the power, or give me extreme fuel saving and I'm gonna be like a hyper miler driving everywhere at like very, very light throttle, but building speed slowly. So again, does the product work? Absolutely it works. You could absolutely save your money in what you pay for this in the fuel savings. And you could toggle between the two. You don't have to pick one and stay on it. This controller allows you to, on the fly, change the setting to whatever you want. It's quite useful of a product, but I wanted to show you guys what it was, explain kind of the science behind it. Thanks for sticking around for this unboxing and review on the product today. Hey, thanks for watching all the way to the end of this video. We hope you enjoy the content in this video, and we'd love to have you come back. Consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. And for those subscribers who are looking for that extra special thing that you can do to support this channel, consider joining our members group. That's where we're building this community, the Gears and Tech community, where we can all enjoy content together. You'll get special perks, which we'd love for you to check out by clicking the link down below. For those of you who are just happy to watch the video, that's okay too. you can check out some of our other content right over here, where we've got some previous videos that have already been uploaded and enjoyed by many of our viewers already. We do hope to see you again. This has been Gears and Tech. Have a great day.